Mino, mi hermanito.
¡Hey! Hola, hola.
¿Cómo estamos?
Bien, ¿y tú?
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
¿Dónde estamos?
¿Dónde estamos? En Washington Heights, en la 191 Classic Train Station con todos los murales. Classic Washington Heights.
¿Y para dónde vamos?
Vamos para Inwood, al teatro. We're gonna see it in action.
All right, let's go, let's go.
Yo creo que, theater, I think there's very few things that matter as much as a theater and as our stories for immigrants, especialmente today. O sea, the power that is held in ser quienes somos and telling our stories. Y el teatro, is one of the art forms that so clearly is grounded in our stories, in our authenticity, in making us human and not just una noticia.
Yep.
So I think as immigrants in this country, in this world, in New York City, a theater dedicated to us, for us, by us, is so inspiring, is so transformative that it gives me the bravery de decir pa'lante y esto es lo que tenemos que hacer.
It takes bravery, but also the passion. I feel it. Telling our stories and bringing something so well done to our community is almost like there's a feeling of like, do we deserve this, right? Like, talk to me about how people have reacted to you, to this theater coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it's been overwhelming how people be like, finally, por fin. And it's like, I think that's a word that I always cling to. Y, building a theater in New York City is complicated, it's time consuming, it's extremely expensive. Pero cada vez when I'm faced with a moment of decision, which is like almost every minute of every day over the last 4 years, whether it's in fundraising and building and constructing and making choices, it's like, because we deserve it. We deserve excellence, Incluso cuando tiene que ver con like the soundproofing. Like, do we need the 3 layers of wall that'll be another $100,000? We do. We deserve excellence. We make this city run. We make this country, we have built this country. And I think we deserve a place to share that love and that passion. So I think that's what keeps me moving forward and keeps me grounded in those decisions, aunque sean difíciles. Okay?
Yep.
No te digo que son fáciles.
Give me un ching, how were you able to get funds? Especially in the hard time that you decided to do this. It's almost like, to me, one of the biggest reasons, out of all the reasons, I'm like, how did you do that? How did you get funds? What was the key moment? Who was the key people? Like, how did, I know that there's not one thing.
Yeah.
But dame un ching.
Bueno, un ching is paciencia. It has been probably 4 years, 5 years since we started. And ching-a-ching, no pun intended.
Yep.
But it's like the first, we responded to the RFP, request for proposal from the city of New York for this theater and center. And that came with $15 million, el que se lo ganara. Y after 2 years, mucho interviews, mucho back and forth, reapplication, we won it. And we're like, okay. That was like, el hecho que es como un cemento de like, okay, we're in. I didn't realize that was not enough. So since then, we have now raised $35 million.
On top of that?
No, in total.
Total.
So it's been 20 million on top of that. And that has come from the governor. It has come from the city council. Our council member, Carmen de la Rosa, was such a big champion, from the borough president, from the Department of Cultural Affairs. And then we've had corporate partners and foundations who've said yes, yes. And it's been, a lot of knocking on doors, a lot of cultivation. Cuando yo dije paciencia, it's because things take time. Nada es de un día al otro. Like some of these gifts, like transformative gifts, $1 million, have been, 3 years in the making, 5 years in the making, and it's a constant. Let me tell you more. Let me tell you this. Ven al show. Ven a ver esto. Come see the work in action. Y ching, we've gotten there.
Beautiful. Tell me a little bit, what is this project going to be like when it's finished, when it opens in 2026?
Yes, it's going to be beautiful and inspiring. Es un centro cultural inmigrante, the People's Theater, and it'll have an art gallery space, 5 rehearsal studios, 2 performance spaces, 1 studio theater for 48 people, another main stage theater, completely flexible space that can be between 150 to 208 seats. And that'll be a multidisciplinary space, multilingual space, multi-generational. Así que para jóvenes en la tarde, for our elders in the morning, for professionals and adults in the evening, whether it's comedy, film, dance, theater, all of the things will be happening at the People's Theater. So the People's Theater is the largest cultural organization north of Harlem, in Washington Heights and Inwood. Yeah, we've been busy. We've been around for 17 years, and our mission is simple. It's to create theater with and for the immigrant community of New York City to build a more just and equitable city and world. And we do this through productions, through education, and through advocacy. Punto. We're doing it every year. We work with about 1,000 young people. We work with, over 50 artists producing work, developing new plays, and then doing advocacy with elected officials around immigrant rights and funding for immigrants and arts in the city.
That's amazing. But I know that doesn't happen without the help of people.
Oh.
¿Cuáles son las personas que te han ayudado un chin?
Ay, un chong. This, not only our work hasta ahora, pero like for this project, for this home,
Right.
We've had so many champions. The New York Presbyterian Hospital has been a funder and supporter of us aquí uptown from the beginning. Shout out to NYP, and have been transformative in giving a capital gift for the space. Our local neighbor and friends, the Lin-Manuel Miranda and the Miranda Family Fund, they've been amazing and transformed. They believe both of these kind of big angels.
Space at 5030 Broadway.
That's right, exactly. No, and that's how we shared the space there too. So it's been, people who see the impact of this work for the neighborhood, for artists, for Latinos, for immigrants across the city. Yeah.